Greetings from LA, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. And so today I'd like to very much thank those people, my dear friends, who are supporters at the Patreon page. Last month I set up a Patreon page for the first time, and I am very grateful for those who have already signed up and who are paying supporters. That is very much a huge honor for me, and I must say, I'm very grateful, and I'm very flattered. And the show of friendship and support that people have made over at Patreon, I think, is incredibly. I'm very humbled, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you very much to my dear friends who are Patreon supporters. You're very kind indeed. And so to show a little bit of my gratitude, what I have done is I have set up on the Patreon page a little video where I've asked people, Patreon supporters, I've asked people, what are your favorite films? And what Patreon people, my Patreon fans have done, they have sent to me, or they've let me know their lists of their favorite films of all time, which is really cool. It's so fun to see what other people's favorite films are, because I think, among other things, it's a kind of window and gateway, and another great opportunity to get to know someone. You know, I really believe, in a very strong and very earnest way, I really believe that you can get to know someone really well by the types of films that they like, and it's another opportunity to not just get to know someone, but maybe perhaps potentially, hopefully, make a new friend along the way. At the very least, someone else with whom one can speak regarding this wonderful thing which we all love, which is cinema. And as we know, it's very vast, and there are very many examples of films out there, and much more than I can even hope to try to contemplate in my very limited capacity, of course. But as we know, the ocean of cinema is vast and seemingly infinite. And so with that, I think there can be many permutations, many possibilities of lists, favorite lists, lists of favorite films of all time, which of course can change over time, given your perspective, given your life experiences, etc. So that's my very long-winded way to say that, again, on my Patreon page, I have invited Patreon supporters, my dear friends, to let me know what their favorite films are, a list. And so what I have offered to do is I will respond to those lists in kind via these videos. So I would like to therefore start the ball rolling and just react in video form to the lists that I have received thus far. So in case anyone is interested, please, if you're interested to check out what I have on Patreon, you can go to the Patreon page right now. I'll leave a link in the description box of this video below. And so there are videos up there as well that I have made available for the Patreon space. So if you are interested, please feel free to check it out. There's no pressure. It's not any kind of required thing. So no need to do anything that you don't want to do. But just in case you are interested, the Patreon page is available. And so for purposes of that, I'd like to start with reacting to all of the lists that I have received from my Patreon friends. And so I don't know if I'll be able to respond to every single film that is on the list, but I'll do my best to respond to as much as possible in my own, maybe in my own way, which might be a bit verbose or might be a bit meandering, as it always is, I suppose. So I apologize for that in advance, but I'll do my best to react and respond accordingly. So without further ado, my friends, here we go with the video discussions, reactions, my reactions to the wonderful lists that I have received from my Patreon friends.